ball, finds the hole up the middle.
Steps up, goes deep left side, receiver open, counting, touchdown Titans! Takes a nice shot outside the goal box and he will break the 0-0 tie. Fantastic shot by Kenloff Solon.
Giller makes a move, a good one, opportunity here, the Bears score! The Bears strike first.
He's at the 40, he's down to the 30, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Jalen Bryan. Why not? What a beautiful run.
Maureen there, fights her off the puck, opportunity here, another sit, and a goal! Second chance effort for the Pioneers.
Put the icing on the cake, if you will, Michael. Go down and got to the outside and said good evening and good night.
Howdy everybody and welcome to Tartan Arena in Oakdale, Minnesota, home to the Titans. Tonight the Pullers from North St. Paul are in town to take on your Tartan Titans. Alongside Miss Lisa Senapol, I'm Jeff Brand. Glad to have you with us.
Why, thank you, Jeff. It's good to be here tonight.
Should be a good one tonight as we take a look at the Metro East standings thus far.
And taking a look at the Metro East standings, North St. Paul and Tartan are tied 14-14 with the wins there. 19-4 overall, so it is a heated rivalry. And we do expect a good game tonight as the last game ended in a buzzer beater. We're seeing that replay now as North got that last minute buzzer beater. It was a good back and forth game. That layup there.
And you touched on it, Lisa. The Pullers were able to hold on to a 2-point victory back on the 15th of January. So the Titans tonight, back on their home floor, are certainly looking for their revenge. We take a look at tonight's matchup within the District 622 showdown.
Absolutely, North is coming in with a 14-game win streak, averaging 68 points per game. Tartan is coming in with an 8-game win streak, averaging 75 points per game, and has only had one loss this year, and that was to Lakeville South when they lost 65-59.
A couple of players to keep an eye on tonight for the Titans. We've got number 23, the junior guard, Jordan Horn.
And Jordan Horn is already getting big looks from Division I schools. We expect to see big things from him again tonight. He's averaging 16.5 points per game, and in their last meeting, he got 15 points against North.
So as we get set tonight, the Titans, the Pullers, tip-offs next.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
And welcome back to Tartan High School as we get set for tip-off. In our pregame, we had meant to touch on number 1 for the Pullers, a key player to keep an eye on, and that's good news, Capigal.
That's right, Jeb, a 6'4" sophomore guard. Capigal has been averaging 11.7 points per game, and in their last meeting on the 15th, he got 15 points against the Titans.
Should be a good one tonight as Capigal will be definitely a key player for the Pullers, and Horn on the other side. We take a look at the head coach for the Titans there, Mr. Mark Klingsporn. Like we touched on, looking for a little bit of revenge from that January 15th match where they lost by 2. Tip-off underway, and it's back to Horn. The Titans will start with the ball as Whalen moves it back up top to Horn. It's sent over to Miles. Miles looks to make his way back inside. This is Walker backing in, up and good. The Titans are on the board first.
Nice drive there, immediately getting on the board, not wanting to give anything up, wanting to set the pace for this game and get the lead early.
Tremaine Daniels is going to have to pass as he's giving up his dribble. He goes over to Capigal, and Capigal at the top, guarded by Horn, will drive up, and it's good. The Polars answer back, 2-2, right off the bat. Horn brings the ball up. It's now swung around. Thomas now, the ball handler, looking for the move. He does, and it's over to Noah Whalen as he moves it over to Horn. Now Horn trying to get something going. Kingston Miles, the ball handler, and it's knocked out of play, and it'll remain Tartan Titan ball with an inbound.
Horn has been doing great this season, averaging those 16.5 points per game and 24 game points overall.
Horn's shot from beyond the arc is just off the mark there, so the Polars take over as they head man the ball now. This is Kwai. Kwai kicks it out up top, and it's back in the hands of Capigal. He'll swing it over to the far side. Now Johnson over to Wallington. And back to Capigal. Capigal kicks it over to Kwai as the Polars look to set their offense. Kwai drives hard, it's knocked away. Nice defensive play, but the Polars are there to answer back. And they go up early here by a score of 4-2.
The Polars not wanting to give anything up, fighting for every point. They know how well they are matched up here against their opponents, and they do not want to give any leeway.
Shot just inside the arc off the front of the rim there. Back the other way now is Waddlington for the Polars. He headmans inside, and it's up, unable to get it to go, and his last touch by the Polars, and the Titans will inbound. 15:54 here early on in the first half. Polars lead it 4-2. As both teams kind of getting a feel for one another. And now Horn will send it over to Miles. And back up top to Walker, inside. Kicked back out to Walker as he drives hard to the bucket and good. Count it, 2 points for Javon Walker.
It's good fundamental basketball so far. No risky shots.
Now Daniels swings it up top. Over to Kwai as Kwai drives, doesn't get it to go. Horn on the rebound. Fast break the other way. Horn will take it himself, and it's up and good. Opportunity for a three-point play coming up.
And we hear a big "I love you, Jordan" in the background. This is a packed stadium here tonight. Standing room only, North and Tartan fans wanting to see every second of this game.
We talked about in our pregame a battle of District 622. Both teams know each other extremely well. A lot of these kids growing up and playing ball together. Turnover here is Walker hard inside, can't get it to go. The rebound. They scrum for the ball. Jump ball is the call.
And a little extracurricular there after the whistle. Just shows you how hot the emotions are coming into tonight's game and how important this win is to both teams.
Absolutely, as Waddington and Javaris Thomas, a couple of words with each other. Inbound now is Tremaine Daniels. Will carry up the floor. Daniels from outside, just inside the arc, kisses the glass, and it's good. And North goes up 6-2. Excuse me, 7-6. Turnover here, back the other way. North's got numbers. It's sent up, can't get it to go. Rebound by Whalen, sent back the other way. And there's a big two-hand slam by Jarvis Thomas. It gets the crowd going a bit.
And that is not the first dunk we have seen. The team is up off the bench. invigorated by that huge play, and we expect to see more plays just like that tonight.
Aquai now finds an opening inside. No call on the play. Whalen with the board. Now Jordan Horn back the other way. He'll take it from the arc. Drano! Jordan Horn with the tray. And the Titans increase their lead. 12-6 here early on.
And we see a timeout taken here by North, wanting to calm themselves down, as right now they are trailing 12-6.
As we take another look at the explosive dunk by Thomas for the Titans.
Got it. And there we saw a three-pointer by Horn. Pumped himself up there. And we expect to see quite a few three-pointers tonight by both teams, as both teams have excellent, excellent players.
You know, Lisa, early on here, obviously both teams getting a feel for one another, and clearly North trying to slow things down a bit. Head coach Joe Jancourt calling the timeout. Probably a good time, as Tartan certainly had the momentum there and got the student section into the game, and electric and loud. We'll see if the timeout pays off, as the inbound will come by Capigal. Will inbound for the Polars. And it's into the hands of Johnson now. Johnson will hand it off to Daniels. Back to Capigal. Capigal from the corner. Looks to make a move. Horn is right on him. Now sent over to Waddlington. Waddlington trying to get some space inside. Hard, gets it to go. A good bucket by Adrian Waddlington.
Not wanting to give up any real estate there, pardon me. Fighting for every point in tonight's game.
Thomas inside now, looking for space. Kicks it out to Miles. Now back up to Horn. Horn resets the offense as he's guarded by Daniels there. Now Whalen over to Johnson. Johnson inside, back out. Whalen from the corner. Drano!
And that is a huge, huge point. Gets the Tartan crowd back into it on their feet and really behind their team.
North St. Paul looking for something, can't get it to go as Horn with the three-point attempt yet again. Jordan Horn coming out with a fury here early on for the Titans, as they now increase their lead 16-8 with the extra point awaiting.
And that aggressive play right there, Jeb, shows you why Jordan Horn is already getting interesting looks from many Division I teams.
Absolutely, just a fierce competitor, plays with a lot of emotion. And you gotta love that. Leaves everything out on the court night after night. So Horn with a handful of points here early on. 12:35 left in the opening half. The Titans jump out early as Horn completes the three-point play. And they go up by a score of 17-8. See if the Polars can answer back and start to chip away. Well, Lisa, basketball is a game of runs as Capigal's off the mark. Horn back the other way for the Titans, has it stripped. And now Daniels with some speed. Daniels up, can't get it to go. A good rebound by Capigal inside, no call. And now back the other way is Johnson for the Titans. Johnson inside to Thomas. He kicks it out to Horn. Horn looks to make a move. Sent over, back up to Horn. And Horn hands it off to Jackson. Good defense by the Polars here as the Titans looking to get something going. Horn from the corner. Has it knocked out of play. It'll remain Tartan Titan ball.
With the level of play we've been seeing just from Jordan Horn tonight, it's exciting as he's only a junior to see what he'll be able to do next year as a senior.
Absolutely. This Titan team has a number of juniors, not too many seniors, so should be another high expecting season next year, as they've been off to a fantastic start this year. Both teams top of the conference. Back the other way, kicked out from the corner. Drano! Jordan Thompson. And the Titans are on fire.
And tonight will be a clinic in awesome basketball. If you want a highlight reel, this is going to be the game.
Polars trying to get something going as Capeagle, the ball handler now. And foul's called on Denario Jackson as a little bit of body there. He draws the call. Quick stoppage in play as the Polars will inbound. 10:53 here left to play in the first half. The Titans lead it 20-8. Suggs Morgan will inbound to Phillips. Now Phillips from the top of the key will send it over to Suggs Morgan. Morgan back up top. Polars unable to find any real opening. They send it inside to Weber. Weber backs up top, off the front of the iron. And Horn again for the Titans, back the other way. Horn to Johnson, and now he has it stripped away and back the other way. Foul on the play as Bryce Phillips.
And we are going to see a lot of that physical play here tonight, Jeb. The referees are aware of the rivalry and the talent level, and so when they can, they are going to let things play, but there will be some flagrants that they just simply cannot look past.
Absolutely. Thus far, it's been a relatively clean game, only a handful of calls. The intensity and the emotions are certainly here tonight. First one's good by Phillips. See if Bryce Phillips can cut the lead in half. As the Polars trail by 11 thus far.
And Adrian Waddleton checks in for the Polars. And good news, Capeagle takes a much-deserved break.
Now back the other way, a 10-point game now as the Titans lead it. Top of the key, Elijah Johnson goes inside to Thomas. As Thomas backs up his man, tries to kick it out. Good hands by Phillips. Turnover here as the Titans regain possession. Thomas with nowhere to go, finds Horn. Horn tries to reset the offense. Timeout called by head coach Mark Klingsporn. The Titans will reset things a minute.
And that is a strategic timeout. Coach could see that his team was losing it, and they did not want to give up that ball, as every possession, like every point in this game, is going to be hard fought and needed.
Folks, we want to remind you to like us on Facebook. That's facebook.com/TV19sports. Or follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/TV19sports. Keep up with all of our social media and recent games that we've been following as we come down the stretch for the section playoffs for both basketball and hockey.
Absolutely. It's a great way to keep in touch. Just remember, people, do not text and drive.
Good message. Good message. So, as we get set to get back at it here, the Titans lead by 10 with 9:46 left to play here, opening half. Inbound by Thompson, and he finds Whalen. Back to Thompson, now Horn. This is Thompson. Thompson caught a slippery mark, but Thomas goes up hard with it, unable to get it to go, and back the other way is Waddlington for the Polars. Inside, as Weber backs in on Thomas. The left hand is up and good. And a nice bucket there for the Polars as the big man, Jake Weber, the senior center, is able to get the left hand to go.
And we did see a little bit of a slip and slide there on the far side of the court. The hard play tonight, we have already had a few scuffles on the floor, and that is definitely going to make for a slick floor.
Now back the other way. Walker sends it up top. This is Horn again, looking to set the offense. Horn from the top of the key off the front of the iron. Rebound by the Polars' Phillips as he takes it back the other way. Phillips now swings it over to Johnson, and up top to Suggs Morgan. Suggs Morgan, top of the key, just off the front of the iron. Couldn't get it to go, but a nice move there. Now Horn to Walker, back over to Whalen from beyond the arc. Rattled in and out, a tough break there, but a good look for the Titans. It's back the other way. Weber battles inside. No call on the play as he took an elbow, it looked like, up into the face.
Yeah, it looks like he may have gotten a little bit of a poke in the eye there as he was rubbing his eye on the run back, but play continues.
Elijah Johnson gets the 2 to go for the Titans as they increase their lead 22-12. Now Bryce Phillips for the Polars from the top of the key beyond the arc, unable to get it to go. Horn on the rebound. Horn tries to find the big man. Nice play there by Walker as Whalen unable to get the 3 to go. And now Phillips up to Waterlington. And a nice bucket there by the North St. Paul Polars.
And the pace of this game is just so fast and back and forth. Really shows you the passion that both of these teams have.
No call on the play there as North St. Paul, the recipient of the turnover. Phillips tries to make a move, now kicks it back out top to Suggs Morgan. And Morgan hard to the bucket, up off the glass, but couldn't get it to go. Rebound by the Titans. Horn the other way, double team on. Walker inside, the big man puts it up and it's good.
And Walker using his frame there just to push in and make sure that he gets that, not afraid to drive it to the hole and take a little contact.
Phillips now the ball handler for the Polars. Inside, a nice bucket there as he found Joe Johnson for the easy 2. A good look by Bryce Phillips. And we get a stoppage in play. With 6:46 left to play, the Titans lead it 24-16.
If you would like to be part of television history, you can volunteer with TV 19 Sports on location. You can call Arlen Becker at 651-747-3821 or email Arlen at onlocationtv.org.
We're always looking for helpers to come out and put together the broadcast. We take another look at the beautiful feed inside and the easy bucket for Joe Johnson for the Polars as they continue to chip away. Lisa, the Titans jumped out early, but the Polars have done a nice job of quieting the rush and kind of getting back into this one.
They have indeed. They know that nothing is over until it's over with that last-second win they got in their last matchup. And they are looking to make this court their court.
As we get back underway here, Horn will carry it up for the Titans. They look to get something going inside. Thomas hesitated there as he was wide open. Now it's tipped around and back the other way for the Polars. This is Daniels. He'll hand it off to Okoye. Okoye backs out. Suggs Morgan will take over, top of the key. North St. Paul looks to set a play here. Okoye unable to hold on there. Turnover here for the Polars. The Titans will regain possession. Javon Walker will inbound. A tough break there for Okoye, is trying to make something out of nothing and ended up turning the ball over.
And Walker is also a great leader here on the Titans. He's been averaging 11.7 points per game, second only to Jordan Horn, who's been averaging 16.5.
Waterlington comes down with the rebound as Whalen was just off the mark from downtown. Now Daniels, the ball handler, swings it over to Johnson. Now Akoi again, top of the key. And Capigal drives hard to the bucket, has it knocked away. It'll remain North St. Paul possession. Good news, Capigal, one of our highlighted players tonight, only a sophomore, and one of the key players for the North St. Paul Polars.
Absolutely, he is a crucial part of this team. And we've got a quick foul. Quick foul there.
Tough break there for the Polars as they turn it over on the call. And now the Titans will come back here. As Tartan looks to make something here as they move it over now into the hands of Miles. He goes low to Walker. The double team is there, and it's kicked out to Thomas. And Thomas leaves it there for Jackson. Javon Walker. Hands off to Miles. Kingston Miles trying to find a seam. And now Jackson inside to Thomas. Thomas hard to the bucket. Bucket there is good for Javaris Thomas as he'll head to the line and try to make it a three-point play.
Absolutely not giving anything up easy here tonight.
They have been battling down in the trenches, to say the least. A lot of body to body, and thus far the Titans have done a nice job getting to the charity stripe.
And that foul against Adrian Waddleton is his second of the night and the fourth team foul of the evening.
Thomas completes the three-point play, so just under 5 minutes left to play now. The Titans lead it 27-16. And the Polars continue to try to chip away at the early lead that the Titans got off to, hitting 3 out of 4 three-pointers early on. Now inside, a nice feed there. The Titans are there with some shutdown defense. And Denario Jackson the other way with speed will take it himself inside. Knocked away by Thomas, and now Capigal rips it out of the hands. And that's Kwai up off the glass and good. The referees letting them play tonight.
Absolutely.
A lot of physical play here, and they've just continued to let them go at it. Miles up to Walker now. Walker will send it over to Thompson, back to Walker. He'll hand off to Miles. And now Thomas. Thomas to Jackson. Jackson up top to Walker. Walker will take it himself. A nice defensive play. Tough break for the Polars as they call a jump ball, but it looked to be fantastic defense by Joe Johnson. Let's take another look. A tough break there as it looked like Joe Johnson had his hands all over the ball, but the Titans with the break there as they give him the jump ball. Denario Jackson, now the ball handler for the Titans, brings it up. Miles trying to make some light up to Thomas up top. And back to Jackson. Now Walker. Walker leaves it for Thompson. As they find Miles beyond the arc. Miles tries to drive hard to the bucket, up and off the glass, no good. Back the other way, Tremaine Daniels heads man to Capigal. And Akoi will try to get something going for the Polars. Akoi with a drive inside, and two Titans were right there to shut him down. Back the other way, fast break as Thompson Up and in. Nice job there by Jordan Thompson.
Absolutely, just back and forth, not giving anything up. As the Titans look to keep the lead and keep it strong with less than 3 minutes here to play in the first half.
McCoy from downtown, unable to get it go. Rebound by Jackson. Jackson the other way, and more physical play. And the call will go against the Polars, and we take another look.
Just looks like a little poke in the back there, trying to steal the ball, and a little too much contact sending him to the floor. So the Titans will regain possession. Jordan Horn is checked back into the game, as has Jermaine Daniels.
Horn now the ball handler, top of the key as Akoi is guarding him. Horn kicks it down to Thomas. Thomas hard inside, up and good. Capigo back the other way for the Polars. And he goes up and off the glass. Looking for an and one attempt, but no call again on the play. Now back the other way. Miles with a beautiful pass inside as he found Johnson, but Elijah Johnson unable to get the bucket to go, but he will find himself at the line to shoot two.
Tartan has come out strong tonight, but North is not going to go away without a fight.
31-20 now. The Titans lead it as we close in on just under 2 minutes left here in the opening half. The first one is good by Johnson. So far tonight, the majority of the calls have gone against the Polars. We'll see how the second half plays out. Some of the fans right in front of us here haven't taken too kindly to some of the calls thus far.
Passionate fans and passionate players. Oh, and a hard foul there. Trying to fight close for that little layup.
Suggs Morgan got the brunt of that one. That'll send Thomas to the line. A nice offensive rebound by Javaris Thomas. And the first one's good for Thomas.
And Jordan Thompson over there on the sidelines getting a little coaching there. Little last minute strategies as we have less than 2 minutes to play in this first half.
Capigo now leaves it for Phillips. As Phillips sends it over to Suggs Morgan. And now Akoi for the Polars. Back up to Phillips. And now Suggs Morgan.
Looks like a little designed three-point kick out there, but the Titans were right there, not letting him get any wiggle room.
Good defense here by the Titans as the Polars can't seem to find any daylight. As Akoi now at the top of the key finds Capigo. Capigo will drive. No call on the play. The foul was committed prior to the shot, so it'll remain a North St. Paul possession.
Foul 23, Jordan Horn.
And it looks like they called a foul against Jordan Horn there. It's his first one of the night. And he is a crucial player, so he definitely doesn't want to foul out.
Nice follow-up play there by Elijah Johnson as the initial play. Thompson was unable to convert, but a beautiful steal to give the Titans 35-20 lead, a 15-point margin.
Less than a minute to play. North is trying to gain some momentum, get something on the board before halftime, and shrink that deficit.
Akoi hard to the bucket, gets the two to go. A nice job there by Thomas Akoi. As you touched on it, Lisa, the Titans have been dominant here in this opening half, and the Polars just looking for any bit of daylight. Thomas inside, the two-hand slam on a beautiful inside feed as he'll go back to the line to try to complete the three-point play.
And that is not his first time at the line tonight. He is very familiar with that line. Due to his physical play, he is not afraid to charge and take the foul in attempt to gain that point.
Only a sophomore, but stands at a towering 6'7" for the Titans. Definitely going to be a key player for years to come, as he's already factoring into the offense quite a bit thus far tonight.
Absolutely. Antoine Kimmins checks in for the Titans as Jordan Horn checks out for a well-deserved breather.
Only a freshman is Kimmins. Nevertheless, we'll get to see 25 seconds of the first half as Thomas completes the three-point play. The Polars with probably hold on for the final shot here if possible. It's Tremaine Daniels now, top of the key, swings it over to Aquai. Aquai drives hard up, can't get it to go, but a nice finish by Joe Johnson. And now the Titans with 5 seconds left. In hard to the bucket, count it. Jordan Thompson with a nice finish for the Titans.
And the fans are on their feet here in Oakdale, Minnesota at the Titan High School. Jumping up and down, cheering, waving that flag. The team spirit is definitely strong.
So after our first half of play, the Titans jump out to a towering 40-24 lead here. We'll be back with our second half after this.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Yeah, welcome back to Tartan Arena as we get set to start our second half. You take a look at the big man, the sophomore, Javaris Thomas for the Titans. Is a couple of electrifying dunks there in the first half to get the fan base certainly into the game.
Absolutely. The Titans have a commanding lead starting the second half here, looking to increase that lead and keep momentum going.
First shot by the Polars is just off the mark by Capigal. And now the Titans' Horn back the other way. Jordan Horn makes his way up the court. Over to Thomas. And back to Horn. Horn goes inside to Walker. The big man loses his footing, but last touch by Aquai, and so it'll remain the Titans' ball. It's the second time we've seen some moisture on the court, and thankfully both players have gotten up with no injuries.
Absolutely. Just goes to show how hot this game has been and how hard they are both fighting for every point.
Horn goes up, unable to get it to go. Thomas with the offensive board, but unable to capitalize, and now Aquai back the other way, kicks it out to Capigal. Capigal works his way inside, up top Waterley, back to Capigal, and Capigal hard inside. Thomas got a hand on it, but Capigal draws the foul, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. Lisa, if you're Joe Jancourt, the head coach of the North Polars, this is exactly what you want to see coming into the second half, an aggressive start for the Polars.
Absolutely, not giving up any space, driving hard, and being willing to take those fouls.
First one by Copigal is good, as he cuts the lead now, 40-25. And North's going to have quite a bit of work to do, but we touched on it earlier tonight. Both teams know each other extremely well. Back on the 15th, the Polars were able to hold on for a 2-point victory over the Titans. And now Tartan on their home floor trying to avenge the early loss this year. Miles gets it over to Horn. As Horn looks to set the offense for the Titans, he's guarded there by Waddleding. Inside, Thomas wide open, sends it up, and a nice pass by Horn to find Thomas, back door wide open.
And Copigal is only a sophomore. It's great to see this level of play right now and see what he'll be able to do in his last 2 years in high school.
Beautiful drive there by Adrian Waddleton as he picks up the bucket and the foul. He'll try to make it a 3-point play for the Polars.
And Elijah Johnson checks in for the Titans as Walker checks out for a well-deserved break.
Waddlington here. And just off the mark, unable to complete the 3-point play. Now Jordan Horn sends it over to Whalen. Back inside, Elijah Johnson gets the left to go. The Titans continue to pick up where they left off, and a good start in the opening half. As Waddlington now hands it off to Aquoy. Back to Waddlington. He'll take it for 3, just off the mark. Rebound there by Copigal, and he'll throw one up for 3. Count it. Good news, Copigal for the Polars hits the tray.
And that was well beyond the arc, about 3 feet. Just shows you the strength that Copigal already has as a sophomore and will continue to grow as the years come.
Whalen pressured there now, kicks it back out top to Horn. And Whalen again with the ball. Thomas to Whalen from downtown, in and out. Nice offensive rebound by Miles, but unable to get the rebound to go. Copigal to Aquoy. Aquoy hard to the bucket. And this one will go against the Polars. And tough break there, as it looked like Aquoy had a step on Whalen, but Whalen gets his feet planted and draws the foul.
Absolutely, that hard play should have been an easy layup for North, and instead ends up being a turnover back to the Titans, taking some of the wind out of North's sails.
Miles now kicks it up top. Elijah Johnson loses the handle. Whalen to Horn. Now Horn over to Miles. Miles with the drive, momentarily lost it, regains possession, goes up hard. And no bucket on the play, as the foul was called right before that, but Thomas again, the big man, was there to clean up the dirty laundry.
Absolutely, and North's coach is very intense trying to get in front of them, and here we take a look at that attempted put in and the follow-up slam. It's a very athletic play, but unfortunately that point did not count.
Miles now looking to increase the Titan lead, as they lead it by a score of 45, now 46-31. Early now here in the second half, just under 15 minutes left to play. Termaine Daniels, the ball handler for the Polars, sends it over to Wallington. And now Aquoy. Aquoy looks to drive. Sends it out of play, but it will remain North St. Paul possession.
And even though there is quite a lead, it is not something that North cannot come back from. They have the athleticism, a couple three-pointers, a foul or two, and they are right back in this game. This game is not over by any means.
Daniels drives inside, can't get it to go. A nice rebound by Waddlington. He picks up the foul. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. The foul is on the big man, Jarvis Thomas.
And the fouls are going to be key for North here in the second half, as that not only stops the clock, but gives them an opportunity to add additional points to the board.
First one rattles in and out. Adrian Waddington.
And Kamari Suggs Morgan checks in here for North St. Paul Polars.
Second one's good. 46-32, the Titans lead it. The Polars apply the full court press here. The Titans will make their way out of it as Miles and Horn play catch. Horn kicks it out. Whalen from downtown, just off the front of the iron, followed his shot. A good rebound there. Johnson down to Horn. Horn inside. The fadeaway is up, just off the mark. Thomas with the offensive board. And inside, a jump ball is called. Possession arrow will remain in the way of the Titans.
Titans taking every opportunity, not giving any easy points up here. Fighting as if they are not in the lead, because that is the attitude they really need to have against an opponent like this.
As Thomas is followed there, and some heatedness there between Joe Johnson and Thomas. It looks like Thomas picks up the technical. Tough break for the Polars as tempers are starting to flare a bit. Down low.
And that's the second time that they've gotten into it tonight. First time early in the first half. This time it ends up in a technical against North.
Jordan Horn will take the shot for the Titans. The head coach, Joe Jancourt, wants an explanation as to how his player picked up the technical, and both players.
And it looks like the North fans are not happy, thinking that that should have been a jump ball that escalated into a technical.
First one for Horn was just off the mark. And the second one he's able to convert. So 1 out of 2 for Horn. Score is 47-32, just under 14 minutes left to play here, second half. As tempers start to rise a bit. Should be in for an exciting finish as we come down the stretch. Timeout here by Joe Jancourt. As they'll talk things over and figure out how they're going to chip away at this lead.
Folks, we want to remind you to check out our other TV19 shows. Your Business Matters every month. Tom Schnell and the White Bear Lake Chamber of Commerce bring in a guest who's either a business owner in White Bear Lake or has some connection to White Bear. This 20-minute show provides good insight into what issues are affecting many local business owners. Your Business Matters airs every Tuesday at 6 p.m. and Friday at 9:30 p.m. That's Your Business Matters, only on Channel 19.
Well, 47-32, the Titans lead it as the Polars called a timeout to calm down the nerves and get reset here and see if they can chip away at the big lead. The Titans, it's been a close game really. After about the first 5 minutes, Tartan had jumped out and shot about 85% from the field and really never looked back after that.
Absolutely. It's going to be crucial for North to keep their emotions under control. They're good enough that fundamental basketball can get them back in this game, but if they lose control of their emotions, it can very easily become a landslide.
Horn now for the Titans. He's guarded there tightly by Tremaine Daniels. As Horn, top of the key, finds Thomas back door. Thomas up and in. A nice bucket and a good basket there by the Titans. And now Capigal for the Polars as he'll leave it there for Daniels. Daniels just off the pick. Guarded by Kingston Miles. Daniels will leave it there for Suggs Morgan as he drives. Tries to go inside to Waddlington. Hard up, and he draws the foul as he'll head to the line to shoot two. And once again, Thomas called on the foul. Excuse me, that was Whalen on the foul.
That's his first foul of the night.
A good break for the Titans as Thomas has been one of their main go-to guys, both offensively and defensively. Can't afford to get the big man in foul trouble.
Absolutely. When you're down this much, it is crucial to keep every player that is possible in this game.
Second one is good from Waddlington. As the Titans now, Jackson, the ball handler. They break the press. Jackson will leave it for Horn. Horn guided by Capigal, and now inside, Elijah Johnson goes up. Unable to get it to go, but gets his own rebound. Thomas turns the ball over as Waddlington was there. As he headmans back the other way with speed, hard into the bucket. And the finger roll is good for Adrian Waddlington. A nice bucket there.
And North is really bringing the pressure, double teaming when at all possible. But sometimes that double team, as we just saw there, leaves the man too wide open.
Elijah Johnson, the recipient there of the easy bucket. Now Capigal from downtown off the front of the iron. Thomas with the rebound. Thomas finds Jackson. Jackson hard to the bucket. Tough foul there as it appeared that Jake Weber got most of the ball, but nevertheless, the officials seen it differently, and that'll send Jackson to the line to shoot two. Let's take another look.
Yeah, it looks like he was going up, but there's just a little bit too much reach over there, sending him to the line.
First one off the mark for Denario Jackson. 12:16 left to play. The Titans lead it comfortably, 51-35. The Polars continuing to battle, trying to chip away at the big lead. And unable to capitalize on the free throws. Back the other way is Bryce Phillips for the Polars. Weber sets the screen. And Phillips hard to the bucket. And a good bucket there by Bryce Phillips as he found space and was able to get the two.
Absolutely, just a nice little soft touch in there. Just lets it roll right in and gets those crucial points for North.
All the way into the corner is Thompson, back up to Horn. Capigal defensively on him. And now Thompson. Thompson sends it up to Jackson, over to Horn. And Horn drives hard to the bucket, up, no good. Javon Walker able to come away with it for the Titans. Tries to go inside, and it's off the hands of Elijah Johnson, and North St. Paul will regain possession.
And it looks like Joey Johnson has calmed down after drawing that technical, for the Polars, and he has checked back in the game here with just under 11 minutes to play.
Capigal up top, goes inside to Weber. Weber finds Phillips. Phillips unable to get it to go, and now Elijah Johnson headmans to Jackson. Jackson under the bucket, leaves it there from outside, just off the rim there, unable to get it to go. And the foul is committed there by Thompson as he took out Thomas Akoi.
And it's a hard foul as they're fighting for the ball, not wanting to give anything up there. Unfortunately, drawing the foul keeps the possession with the North, stops the clock, and gives them another opportunity to change the pace of this game.
Bryce Phillips comes into the Titan zone here. Kawhi now, top of the key, sends it up top. Joe Johnson from outside hits the 16-footer. And now Jordan Horn the other way for the Titans. North St. Paul starting to gain a little momentum here. There's just over 10 minutes left to play here. The Titans lead at 51-39. Horn hard inside, and he gets it to go. Three-point play coming up.
And here's another look at that. Just a quick turnaround, little bit of a layup, and hit on his way up to make it a 3-point if he can sink this extra one. But before we do that, we are going to get a timeout taken by the Titans. Calm themselves down, keep their game plan in mind, and finish this game out strong.
Folks, we want to remind you to check out our other TV19 shows, Local Image, with your host, Judy Skies Voss. You can find out who's who in our Northeast metro suburbs or see what else may be new in the area. Local Image airs every Tuesday at 5 and 11 p.m. and every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 7 and 11 p.m. Watch Local Image only on Channel 19.
And the Tartan Titan fans are into this game. They've got signs, they've got decorations. I think I even saw a flag at one point. They are here to support the team from start to finish and are looking to see another huge win here tonight.
Both schools representing the fan base very well here tonight. This place is standing room only. Obviously the Polars looking for something to scream about. It's been primarily Titans, but North has started to claw their way back into it here as of late.
And with just over 10 minutes to play, North has not given up yet. They are not down for the count. They won the last game in the last few seconds, looking to make another big comeback here tonight and increase their season record against the Titans to 2 wins.
As Phillips brings the ball up for the Polars, Johnson sets a pretty punishing pick. Now Weber hands off to Capigal. Capigal, horn battle there. Capigal inside, nice job by Weber to stay with it as he puts it up for the 2. And now back the other way for the Titans is Jordan Horn. Horn with the spin move, pulls up, just off the iron. A nice rebound by Thomas. As now Jackson sends it into the corner, and up and in is Jordan Thompson for 2.
It'll be interesting to see what Horn does here.
Shot just off the mark there, but Denario Jackson is able to stay with it and put up the rebound for 2. And the Titans continue to add on. It's now 58-41. Up and in, Capigal with a beautiful shot over the Titan defender. Starting to see a little bit of that back and forth again.
Absolutely. I'll keep an eye here on Jordan as the game winds down. We noticed in the first matchup that when it got down to the minutes, he often would take the shots himself instead of pushing them out and really using his teammates. And that did hurt them as they did come down to a very close loss against North. So it'll be interesting to see if there's a little bit more play there or if he does continue to take a majority of the shots.
Inside call here on Jordan Thompson as he picks up the foul away from the play. As we get some substitutions. Waddlington back in for the Polars along with Tremaine Daniels. Kingston Miles checks back in for the Titans. 8.5 minutes left to play here. The Titans hold on to a comfortable lead thus far. Waddington has it nearly turned over. Capigal in hard, up and in, and a nice shown athleticism there by Good News Capigal.
And interesting to note that both teams are now into bonus, getting more than 5 fouls each.
Elijah Johnson up top sends it down to Miles. Miles will send it up to Thompson. Over to Horn. And back to Thompson from the corner. Steps outside the pick, and now Thomas will leave it there for Horn. And Johnson will take it from top of the yard. Moreno! Elijah Johnson from the top of the key adds 3 more for the Titans.
And that gets the home crowd on their feet as North's comeback had quieted them down just a little bit.
Capigal hands off to Johnson up top to Daniels, and that one's just off the mark. Jordan Horn with the rebound, back the other way for the Titans. Johnson to Miles, up top and hard to the bucket, unable to get it to go, but once again, Javaris Thomas is there for the 2-hand slam.
And that time it counts. We saw him try to get that assist earlier with the slam that did not count and ended up going to the line, but that time it was solidly in and it was good.
Tremaine Daniels now for the Polars, pulls up for the 2 off the front of the rim. A rebound by Phillips as he kicks it out to Waddington. He loses the handle. Johnson inside, and Horn unable to corral the pass. Horn hard to the bucket, draws the foul. He'll go to the line for 2 as Tartan continues to add to its lead now, 63-45. Let's take another look at Javaris Thomas on the putback.
Absolutely, looks like it was up, and nice little follow-up, and he just slams it home right in there, and his excitement is very evident.
6'7" sophomore. Titan fans got a lot to look forward to for the next few years with this kid.
Absolutely, it's going to be exciting to see what he does as he continues on. If he's this good now, what is the future going to bring for this young man?
First one from Horn is good, increases their lead 64-45. And the second is good. Checking back into the game for the Titans now for Jordan Horn is Denario Jackson, as Daniels carries it up for the Polars.
And it looks like we've got a timeout here on the north side, looking to regroup and come up with a game plan, as Tartan now has their biggest lead of the night, 20 points, leading 45-25. Folks, we want to remind you to check out our other TV19 shows inside healthcare. Jody Ritaka brings you this monthly show, providing tips and up-to-date info on healthcare issues that are often related to women's health. The show airs every Wednesday and Thursday at 6:30 p.m. That's Inside Healthcare, only on Channel 19.
Well, Lisa, you touched on it, 65-45, 20-point lead now for the Titans, their largest of the game. We'll see if the Polars can answer the call here. Is kind of a frustrating game, I think, for North St. Paul tonight. Good fan base and just unable to get some things to go. And the Titans on the other end have drained a number of three-pointers, and that's really been the difference maker. As Capigal's off the mark from outside. Double team here on Jackson. He's able to get it up to Whalen. A nice job by Capigal, but unable to keep it in play. It'll remain with the Titans.
And we're seeing that strong play by the Titans, even when they are being double teamed. Not going to give up anything easy here, especially this late in the second half.
Jackson now sends it up to Walker, and now over to Whalen. Whalen finds Jackson. Jackson now back to Walker, the big man up top, hands off to Whalen. Thomas. Jackson drives hard to the bucket. He's able to draw the foul as the little man, 1-on-3, will go to the line to shoot 2 for the Titans.
Absolutely, it's been physical back and forth, and North has really got to be careful here with following the Titans and sending them to the line. They cannot afford at this point in the game to give up any unnecessary points.
Denario Jackson is a senior for the Titans as the first one's good. That increases the Tartan lead now 66-45 with 5 minutes and 44 seconds left to play in this one. The Polars need to hit the next number of shots and go on quite a run. It's hard to the bucket. And that's a good start as Kamari Suggs-Morgan picks up the bucket and the foul. He'll head to the line, try to make it a 3-point play.
And doesn't look like Jermaine Daniels was too happy about that. Looks like he was looking for some offensive charging there, thinking that he had his feet planted, but the referees did not agree.
Suggs-Morgan now will shoot, try to make it a 3-point play. .534 left to play. Unable to capitalize on the 3-point attempt with Suggs-Morgan. And the Titans will calmly walk the ball up. This is Denario Jackson. He'll hand off to Miles. Inside to Walker. Thomas from the free throw gives it back to Miles. As the Titans continue to chew away at the clock. Thomas inside for Walker. Double team. Up and unable to get it to go. Back the other way is Waddington. As he goes hard to the bucket and he picks up the foul. And he'll shoot 2.
It looks like Javon Walker came down hard on that last play as he was slow getting back to the court and a little bit hobbling as he's there on the line. Looks like he's favoring that right ankle just a little bit.
Yeah, came down on a foot, rolled the ankle a bit. The big man, that's a lot of weight coming down. He's a 6'4" frame. Big guy. First one unable to get it to go as we take another look at Waddington drawing the foul. See if he can go 1 for 2. The second one is good. Full court press again, easily broken up by the Titans as Walker now sends it down to Miles. Inside, Jackson wide open. The Titans increase their lead by 20 again. 68-48 Tartan. No call on the play there as Capigal was looking for the foul. Thomas tipped off the hands of Joe Johnson. It will remain with the Titans as Jordan Horn checks back in.
It looks like Walker is staying in the game despite rolling that ankle just a little bit. Not wanting to give anything up this late in the game. And unless the coach pulls him, he's going to continue.
Horn will inbound inside to Thomas, double team. He finds Walker, back outside to Miles. Miles hard to the bucket, unable to get it to go. Capigal will head man. And just off the hands there as Phillips tried to find the open man.
It's a good drive and a good push back, but just missed that connection on the mismatch there, and instead will inbound the ball.
Suggs-Morgan sends it all the way back. Phillips inside to Capigal, and he goes up and off the glass for a nice bucket there. Timeout is called by head coach Joe Jancourt of the North St. Paul Polars.
With less than 5 minutes to play here, you've got to be thinking, can North make a comeback? Are they actually out of the game at this point? They've got the talent, but will they be able to do it?
Folks, we want to remind you our Sports Path broadcast every other Wednesday live at 7 p.m. on Channel 19, where we cover highlights, interviews, and much more. That's Sports Path every other Wednesday at 7. You follow our social media, there's prize giveaways each and every broadcast. Great way to stay connected to all of our Fab 5 action between the schools we cover. Take a look at the Titan ladies there who played just prior to this game tonight. Lisa was our broadcaster on that one.
Absolutely, it was a great game, hard fought both ways. Some great plays back and forth, setting up the evening for tonight's match-off between the boys.
A great night of basketball here in mid-February as we close in on the tail end of the regular season, get set for the section playoffs. Walker inbounds here to Miles. Just over 4 minutes left to play. Titans with a comfortable 18-point lead. The Polars need to start capitalizing. Running out of time as Thomas inside. Nowhere to go. Sends it up top. Horn inside to Walker. The big man can't get it to go, but gets his rebound. And Walker capitalizes on the offensive board.
North's got to play smart here. They can't afford to draw any more fouls against the Titans, as every score counts here, and they really need them.
Phillips unable to get it to go, but does draw the foul. Kind of a late call there, but a nice take to the hole. As Bryce Phillips will find his way to the line. Another bright young star, just a sophomore guard for the Polars. One of their key players here tonight.
Taking a look at it, there are 7 seniors on the Polars team, so they will be losing quite a few people at the end of the season, as opposed to only 4 seniors on the Tartan side.
Capigal and Bryce Phillips, both sophomores though, so good signs for the Polars as well, as they've got some young talent to build around, along with the Titans, as this rivalry will continue for many more years. The showdown between District 622. Tonight, the Titans getting the better of the matchup, as head coach Mark Klingsporn calls a timeout for the Titans with just over 3 minutes left to play.
And North coach Joe Jancourt is looking to rally his team, not let them give up, make them fight hard to the very end. They've got the talent to do it, and they need to know how to come back from adversity. And this game is not over yet. We have seen some amazing plays out of both teams tonight, from the dunks to the layups to the 3 points that rival several college level games. It's exciting to see this much talent from these younger players, Jeff.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. Good electricity on both sides, and a fantastic fan base as they've packed the house tonight. We've seen some fantastic basketball. We're back underway now. Jordan Horn for the Titans. Sends it over to Miles. Miles looks to go inside. He goes upstairs to Walker. Walker hands it off there. That's Thompson. Back to Thomas. And now Thompson. Resets. And Miles over to Thompson. Inside, Javon Walker. Good defensive play there as the jump ball is called. A nice job by Capeagle to get his hands on it. Possession arrow in the way of the Polars, so a good start for North St. Paul as they trail by 20 here late in the second half. 70-50, Bryce Phillips, the ball handler for the Polars. Capeagle sends it over to Johnson. Back up top from downtown, count it. The three is good from Towns. That's what the Polars needed. It's the Titans now the other way. See if they can answer as Thompson continues to chew away at the clock. Every second becomes pretty vital at this point for the Polars. Jordan Horn up top to Walker. Walker leaves it there for Thompson. And Thompson up to Miles. Miles will take it himself. Hard to the basket. It's good. Now back the other way. And Suggs Morgan capitalizes for the Polars. It's a 72-55 Tartan lead.
And we can definitely see that the lack of the shot clock plays big here in high school basketball as the Titans are able to just continue to whittle down that clock and hang on to the ball.
A nice rebound there by Horn as he followed his own shot, was able to put the rebound in, and that'll just about do it. Phillips with a nice play is able to get one to go for the Polars as you touched on it, Lisa, they're able to just kind of move the ball around and chew away at that clock, not forced to shoot. As Walker turns it over here, Suggs Morgan one-on-one against Horn, and he picks up the foul. He'll head to the line. 55 seconds left to play. The Titans still hold a comfortable 74-57 lead.
They do have quite a bit of a lead, but North is not giving up. They will play hard to the bitter end because they have the talent and they have been coached to do so. Never give up.
Absolutely, especially when both schools are so close to one another, like we touched on before. A lot of these kids have played together on traveling teams and you name it, and so there's never going to be a lack of effort when it comes to a North St. Paul and Tartan Titan game in any sport for that matter.
It'll be fun to see these teams in the postseason if they both end up with a win in the regular season, kind of a tiebreaker going into that postseason. Make sure to check us out on social media. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/TV19 Sports.
The final seconds tick off here, just under 40 left to play from outside the arc. Air ball thrown up there by Roberts. Back the other way, Phillips up off the glass, it's good. And now back the other way. Fouls called inside as Kimmons, the freshman, showed some good hands. Able to pick up the foul, he'll head to the line.
And for Kimmons, he's got to be careful. That is his fourth foul of the night, less than 30 seconds to play, but he is very close to fouling out of this game. As the Titan home crowd starts to chant, get behind their team for this seemingly solid victory. The celebrations are already beginning.
Kimmons capitalizes on the first of two and increase the lead back to 15. Second one's up and also good. Back the other way, Suggs Morgan. Outside, Akwai steps inside for the shot. Unable to get it to go up top. Suggs Morgan, hard to the bucket. And follows his rebound. Nice job there. Titans choose not to foul. Smart play there as the final seconds will tick off here. As the Titans on their home floor will finish this one 76. The North Polars 62.
Absolutely. Give that man a thread and needle because this game is sewn up.
So the final from Tartan High School here in Oakdale. The Titans victorious on their home floor at 76. The North St. Paul Fullers 62. From all of us on Location TV 19, from Lisa Senapol, I'm Jeb Brand. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you next time.
Most party fouls? Not a big deal. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
I'm here with the big man, Jarvis Thomas, tonight. 17 points in a victorious night. The Titans over the Polars. Jarvis, what can you say, what Coach Klingsborn had to say tonight, coming into tonight's game after you guys had suffered a devastating 2-point loss back on the 15th of January? What were some of the things that he had touched on to get you guys ready for tonight's game?
To be honest, he was like, he didn't tell us anything. He just said, I know I don't even need to tell you guys to play, because I know you're going to want to come out and play, play your hardest to get this one, because it means, a lot more, and it's worth a lot more. It's the section seeding and the conference championship, or co-champs, depending on their game Friday. So he just told us he knows he doesn't really need to say anything.
Well, obviously you guys came out with early fire early on. Yep. You tonight, 17 points, unbelievable. A number of two-hand jams to get the crowd into it. But also the solid play of your teammate, junior guard, number 23, Jordan Horn. What can you say about Jordan and his play tonight?
He's a solid PG. Love my man. He just, he does what he's supposed to, maintains the floor, and plays the point guard spot.
Absolutely. Well, fantastic win tonight as you guys avenge the crosstown rivals. Yep. First night of the Patriot Cup will go on the way of the Titans. So, well, thank you for tonight, and best of luck the rest of the way out as the season goes. We'll see you. From all of us here at TV 19 Sports, I'm Jeb Brand. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you next time.